Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I haven't shared all this out. I am
You can
so
still
scared.
share it out though now.
Yeah, let me pull it up on over here.
Hi, Laurie Sue. How are you?
Welcome, Laurie. Welcome.
Oh,
One of our followers.
don't see it. Okay. Okay, just got another message.
Well, Laurie, you're the first one in tonight, so good on you. Because I always say, don't be late. We started 8, so congratulations on being here on time.
I was almost late, but
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I can't see the comments and the feed, so give me just a second so I can pull it up, and that way hope I probably will only see about a third of the comments tonight, but this can keep me on track.
Helen.
You want to put your question up, Laurie? That's fine. If we've got a chance to answer it, we'll do our best.
While we're waiting, yeah, you can put your question up.
Welcome, Helen.
There we go. Well, no, I can't see that at all. That's too far away. I'm going in under Paul Luke Guichard.
Yeah.
Instead of Double Trouble at Home. So that's the people that I will have viewing of.
Hi, Donna. Hi, Tilly.
So you're not seeing the whole ticker tape?
No, if I put if once I get it pulled up on the other, so I have the video, then I'll pull the chat up in the main screen, and I should be able to see everybody's chat. But I have to have the other one for the video.
Hi, Kim.
Yeah. Hi,
Kim.
Yeah, if you want to ask that question, Laurie, please do.
I see Kim and Tilly, but I don't have video feed yet. Probably because I don't.
Hi, Donna boy.
Jeannie Baldaraza. Welcome.
Yeah. Jeannie saying hi, Lynn, as well.
Hi. Sorry, I'm like half a dozen places. There we go. Now I've got video there, and let's see if I got chat up here. Sorry, I'm right in the camera today, but my eyes are bad today, guys.
Well, Laurie, that is a very, very good question for Lynn and her pendulums.
To move at the end of September, once historic building I'm rather fond of. Okay, well, let's see. Always
Should
understand.
We do this opening card first?
Huh? Yeah, you guys go ahead and do a few cards, and I will write that down, and because I still need to find out which spirit is going to work with us tonight.
Yeah,
I've got a few new pendulums, but I'm probably going to stick with my tried and true. So
yeah. So Laurie, we'll answer that question for you via Lynn and her pendulums shortly. But it's a very good question. So thank you for putting it up. Right, our opening card for the group this evening, okay, is the Angel of Union. Okay, so the Angel of Union. And what the angel is saying is, I am a channel for the expression of union among all beings. At the soul center, we know a feeling of perfect union that inspires compassion and empathy towards all beings. The power of union removes barriers and dissolves indifference. When two or more people are united in the name of love and truth, there is an overflowing of spiritual energies that fulfills everyone with their gifts. So there you go.
That was the opening card. And hi KZ, hi Kelly, hi Nettie, Melanie, hi Kim.
Hello.
Lynn always looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kim put, you're looking beautiful.
I saw that. I briefly said, but I don't know if she heard me. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So I'll introduce us all. I'm Paul.
And I'm Luke.
I can't hear. Can't hear you. Oh, she's gone off. She will be back shortly, and that is Lynn.
Yes, Little Miss Mischief.
Yes. So as you can see, I put email address up there. That is if anyone wants to give donations. You don't have to. It is all free. But if you wish to give donations, that is the PayPal address. Hi, Debbie.
Oh, Little Miss Mischief disappeared off and maybe nicked a chocolate biscuit.
Yeah. I went to try to unmute myself and I booted myself right out.
Oh dear. Happens to
That's
the best
what
of
happens
us.
when I try to be quiet. I just kind of explode into nothingness.
Stacey should be able to get on okay, Kelly.
Right. So that was the opening card. And what we're going to do is I'll be working with the crystal balls and some of my angel and druid spirit cards. And what are you doing, Paul?
Mediumship.
So Paul's doing stand-up clairvoyance. And what is Little Miss Mischief doing tonight?
I have my cards. If I can get them sorted. I have my pendulums as always. And I might try something new. It just depends on what spirit calls me to do. But I'm going to answer one or two questions with my pendulums to start with, and maybe a card if more clarity is needed.
Excellent. So, if you want, I'll kick off. That'll give you a little bit more time to adjust your cards, if that's of help to you.
It really would be. I kind of had an RV accident where everything kind of got knocked over and mixed together. And so I have like 4 decks that are all together. So, but we can always just pull the cards the spirit says and read them as they go. That's the wonderful thing.
That's very true.
If you could share the live, that'd be fantastic. You know, sharing is caring, and let people know we're here.
So, for those of you that are here, this is Little Boy Blue. I will be doing the first read with Little Boy Blue. So if I could ask you all to put your names up for a crystal ball read. Tonight I'm working with, Tonka. And Tonka will put his talking stick up next to the name that he wants me to go to. So everybody, now's your chance to put your names up. So let's see. I can feel them warming up now. Yeah, he's ready to go. And that I can see the talking stick now.
Boy Blue, please.
Just disconnected.
Right. Okay. And Debbie Hitchcock, you are the one that the talking stick has stopped at, so I'm coming to you.
Don't make me move out the way while you are.
Well, if you don't mind. So, here we go. So, Debbie, can I have a yes, please, thank you, firework display, maybe even a
No, get lost.
air show display by the red arrows. But an oh thank you is equally just as good. Right. Thank you very much. So as I look into the crystal, Debbie, what am I seeing? Right, here we go. All right. Okay. Debbie, I've got an image of you sat in your living room on a sofa. And it would appear, in one hand, you've got the telecontrol, okay? And it looks like this is sort of like, you know, the morning type, 10, 11 o'clock-ish. And it does look like you've got that TV show Good Morning on the box. But I have to say that sat next to you, literally sat at an angle so they can actually see your face, there's a person in spirit. So that's one sat next to you, but I can see another two spirit persons in the room, and they are basically stood either side of you behind the sofa, directly behind where you are. So I'm going to ask Tonka if he can allow these lovely people to come in, because at the moment I'm unsure as to whether they are male or female, because I'm just seeing the golden shimmer of the bodies. So let's see. Right, I've got one coming in right away, okay, and this is the one sat beside you. Now, as this person comes in, I want to say this is the energy of a female, okay? It's a female energy, and this female is in her mature years. So I'm looking at 70 plus with this female. I have a feeling she's around about the 80 to 85 mark. She is, I'm going to say she is very much built in proportion. So she's neither skinny like I am, okay, but she's also not rotund, right? So I'm going to say she's got a nice figure on her, but she's more of sort of medium build, slightly more to her than there is of me, because I'm pretty skinny. And she has a very nice head of hair on her, which would indicate to me that this lady really did look after her hair. So she's one of those little dears that loves to go to the salon and have her hair done. Now, it is a silvery color hair, and it is very much volumized out, but it's got a beautiful shape to it. And I want to say this lady, as she comes across, is a very much a person who is family orientated. Okay, she is one of those ladies that, as she stepped out of her front door, she would talk to everybody and anybody. Not someone who is, if you like, backward at coming forward. Now, if she saw someone as she was going up the town, she would stop and have a natter, ask them how they're doing, how the family's doing. She would take an interest in their lives. Now, these are, on the vast part of it, I have to say, complete strangers, or at least not people that she regularly interacts with, but she would always stop and ask them how they're doing, right? She always took an interest in people's lives, in the case that if she could help, she would help. Okay, she's not a lady that does charity. In other words, if you tried to give her some money in the back pocket for just being who she is, you would find as you walked away, you'd find it in your front pocket. You know, she wouldn't take charity off you, but she would help out someone if she felt they needed it. She is a very much a person who believes in proper home cooked food. She's not a fan of what I would say is, she's not a fan of foreign food. Okay, she likes the traditional stuff, the very traditional stuff, like steak and kidney puds, you know, potatoes and mince, that sort of stuff, casseroles, Irish stews, casseroles, roast, you know, proper Sunday roast. And she wouldn't go for all this fancy Chinese stuff. She wouldn't go for Mexican or Spanish or anything like that. She's very much a true traditional Brit food person, staple diet. And she would make these things from scratch. So if you got down into her cupboards, like, you'd find all the raw ingredients for making everything. But she never measured anything. You know, it was handfuls of this and handfuls of that and glugs of this and drips of that until she felt that was enough. And she would get in there with her bare hands and mix it that way. None of this fancy machinery type stuff. She did it all by hand. And you know what? It was a one way of her. She took pride in what she made. She took pride in it. And I have to say, amazingly, even though she never measured anything, it would all turn out right. It would turn out fabulous. You name it, this lass could make it. And I have to say, there's never a cookbook in the house because all the recipes she stores up here. All right, she's got all her faculties and she stores everything up here in her memory. So if she was teaching you how to make something, you'd have to write it down because you couldn't find it in any cookbooks. And the measurements are along the lines of a splash of this, a dribble of that, a handful of this, a handful of that, and mix it up with your hands. Okay? No fancy measuring gadgets anywhere in the house. And when she did the cooking or the baking, whether it be bread, whether it be apple tarts or anything of that nature, you know, Eve's puddings or savoury dishes, it was always made with love. Okay? She put her heart and soul into it. It was her way of contributing to the family. She put her heart and soul into everything. And when you got invites round for, I'll say, let's all pop round to this, you know, and have, say, a Sunday dinner. Well, there might be, say, 4 of you turn up for the Sunday dinner, right? Including herself, that makes 5, right? And when you sat down at the table and the food came out for the Sunday dinner, you might as well have invited 55 because there was so much of it. And the reason there was so much of it is simple. A dinner plate, in her eyes, was meant to be filled up with food. And when you look at Nouvelle cuisine, where you've got a tiny little thing in the middle of a great big huge plate, right, that wouldn't feed a sparrow. Now, her idea was that's the plate, that's the size of the dinner plate, therefore that is what we will cater for. 5 of those. Now, to be fair, there would be no way on earth I'd manage to finish a dinner plate that size myself. I would need somebody to sit next to me, right? But she made enough so that you could have seconds and thirds. She wanted you to leave that table knowing that you had had a proper roast dinner and that you're full up, and it would put a smile on your face. Okay? Now, she draws very close because she's no longer in a position where obviously she can make those fabulous dinners for you. So her way now of drawing close to you and spreading that love that she did through her cooking and her baking is to draw close to you and to surround you with the love energy that is abounding from her heart. So that's what she's doing now. As she sits next to you on that sofa, she is spreading the love energy out in all directions and filling the very room with it to the point that you could actually, with your fingertips, you could go like that and you could actually feel it and touch it and squish it and all that sort of things, right? And that's what she's doing around you at the moment. There are other family members that draw close to you too, that come in to minister to you when you need it. And that is with healing energy and also to bring in a sense of peace and tranquility. They, if you like, they bounce off each other. So where there is one, the other two are not far behind. Right. She's now putting an image in my mind now, and as I concentrate on it, as it becomes clearer to me, because it's a little bit fuzzy, but as it sort of clears up into focus, she has presented me what would be a single rose in a beautiful wrap. Okay, but this single rose is a pink rose in bloom, and that is to remind you of the love that abounds from the world of spirit through family that's already crossed, in particular this particular lady who, I'm going to say, excretes love out of every pore of her body, right? And she puts that on your lap as you're sitting on the table, sitting at the sofa watching the television, just to remind you that you are loved, and the love abounds from spirit and surrounds you at all times from family that are sat on the other side but do come in visitation, just to let you know they care. So that is this lady with the love, one coming in with healing energy, and the other one just coming in to fill your soul with peace and tranquility. You've been through very rough times, and they recognize that you've been through some really rough times in the last 18 to 24 months. So now they are concentrating on giving you the peace, the love, and the tranquility, and an abundance of good health that you haven't had the opportunity to experience through extreme trials and tribulations. And I mean extreme. Okay? So now it is your time to just dwell in the love of spirit, meditate in what I would say is meditate in the peace and the quiet. Hear the still small voices of those from loved ones on the other side, and enjoy what I would say is a boundless good times ahead. Okay. And with that, I'm going to say thank you very much, Debbie. I'm now going to leave their love with you and say bless you and thank you for allowing me to read you tonight. And right, if Master of the Clairvoyance is ready.
Yeah.
Right, I'll hand over to Paul now and
unless
say
Lynn wants to go.
Thank you.
Do you want to go next, Lynn?
I can, but if you are ready to go, I could still use another minute to try to see if our new ones would like to work with us today.
Right, okay. I will just have a look at... Hi, Carly Lou, how are you? What's it, Kelly? Hi, Stephanie San Austin. Alright, I'm just going up and looking at... Right, names up for a bit of mediumship, please. Hiya, Tricia. How are you, my lovely? Bless you, Catherine. Thank you. Yeah, I know I'm going to. But first thing I want to say, yeah, a big well done to Kim Scott for standing by her guns. That is all I'm saying to that. Proud of you. Stand by your guns. Right. Jeannie Baldazora, please. Is it okay to come to you? No problem. Hi, Leona. I love that name. I love the name Leona. Yeah. Right, Jeannie. Thank you. Right, Jeannie, as I come close to you, I do feel there's a lot of been a lot of things going on around you at the moment, and some things you're actually really that's been really getting to you. You have been feeling quite lonely lately. I'm being shown that there have been quite a few tears, and there's someone. I feel that there's an anniversary coming up of someone's passing that is really been getting you down because you're thinking of the person at this moment, and I do feel there's a lady that's actually coming quite close, and she's on a maternal link, and she's just coming in and saying, you know, I'll always be around you and I'm with you. But there's been a lot of like, shall I, shan't I, shall I, shan't I, a lot of questions that you've been asking yourself, and it's just been things have just been going around and around in your head that you're just not knowing what to do. Can you resonate with this, please? Because this lady's also saying you keep giving as well, and people are never really giving back, and it is getting to you. You're thinking, who can I trust, who can't I trust? People ask to borrow money and then you never get it back, and it's just everything that's getting on top of you, and things have just been hectic, as this lady's saying. But I've also got a gentleman, and I do feel this is like on a husband sort of link. If it's not a husband, it'd been a boyfriend that was that's coming in around you, because he's actually coming in with it's like he's massaging your shoulders, because he's saying you need to start relaxing because you're not relaxing. You're not taking much time out for yourself. Yeah, you're sitting down watching us now, but I bet there's still things going on around your head. Oh, can I do this? What can I do there? And all this that is actually going on. And he's actually coming in and he's just letting you know that don't give up being who you are. Do not change for anybody. You are full of love, and the healing you give out with your words is something to be proud of. And he's actually saying you've never really felt proud or about yourself and that, but they are actually coming in and saying they are proud of you. And this lady saying we never said it often that they were proud, but also she's actually coming in because she feels there's been a lot of things going on in your mind around health and wealth, and I know I'm not medical or anything like that, but she's saying you've got this, you know what's going on and how things are going. Keep with that smile that you do, but let people see the real you as well. If you're going out and be yourself, you don't need to dress up for anyone. As long as you love yourself, that is what all that's needed. And can you understand this still, Jeannie? Because what I'm actually, the senses I'm feeling is that people tell you it, but you don't believe it. And this is what they're actually trying to get through to you. the love from spirit and the love from all around is coming in thick and fast. And you've got to start believing it, because they are going to keep on coming and coming and coming until you actually turn and say, okay, I give, yeah, okay, I'm loved. And she's actually had a smile and a wink then. So she just turned around saying, hopefully she'll get the message now. But yeah, there's a lot of things been going on around, but this lovely lady, oh, she's so lovely. And the gentleman's a lovely guy, lovely gentleman as well. But the way this lady comes in, I would actually say it would be like a mum. All right. Yeah. And she's just letting you know that you have got some of my good points, but also you've had some of my bad points as well. She's saying, but we all do see the good in you, and you've always seen the good in everybody else. But watch out for their people that are just taking when you're giving, but they will not, they just carry on taking, and you've got to turn around and say no. You have got no in the dictionaries to start using it. But yeah, she's coming in with a lot of love and that, and she's saying this is what you need, but you need to start relaxing more and be at one with yourself as well, because she's trying to get it through to you. You do need to be with oneself. And I'm going to leave that with you and say thank you for allowing me to do that for you. Sorry it's a bit short and that, but this is the message she just wants you to get through to you. Start loving yourself, start being with yourself. And the gentleman is the same. He said, I loved you, and my love for you was real, and it will always be there. So yeah, say bless you, thank you. Miss Mischief?
Yes, dear. I am here.
Yes.
Hopefully I'm not muted. Can you
no,
hear me?
You're not. Yes.
Okay. I have a assortment today who are willing to work with us. And so we will be ready to proceed. I've got Lori Sue Cragen clamped. And I have a few cards ready. So the question that she had asked was, she has applied at 2 different places to move to the end by the end of September. And if you see me looking down, it's so I can actually see what I'm doing. She's fond of the historical building, and I noticed that she did not say anything about the other place except that there is another place. And then she wants to know which one do we see her moving into. So I'm going to ask the question. I'm going to ask the pendulums the question. But I do want her to consider something. I'm going to pull a card first real quick, and I want her to consider which one she is more fond of, because no matter what the pendulum says, it is always up to her to make that final decision. She has that free will, and she has that ability. So Lori, you know that just because you like a place, you should always consider how it fits in your budget and how it fits for your life. Is the other place less expensive? Is it larger? Is it something that you can work through? Does the historical building have repairs and things that you'll have to make, or accommodations that you need? So understand that before I get into the question. I know that Spirit has decided you have 3 cards. And I don't know if you can see them, because I do see that I have a lag. So let's see where we're at. We have your soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do this alone. So it is asking you to get like your family's input and opinion. You have the ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's not happening for you or not to, or it's happening for you, not to you. So understand that even though you might not have the place that you think you want, you're having the place that you need. And then we have the crumbling, which is like the tower card, and it's asking, what are you holding on to? What are you holding on to that maybe you shouldn't be really hanging into at the moment? So you know what is not serving you that you are still reluctant to give up. Okay. And again, like I said, this is about calling in your tribe. This is about calling your soul family, getting the opinion of those closest to you, and the spirit energy that is around you, your spirit team. Just tell them to let you know which place should you go, because no matter what my pendulums say, no matter what I would say, or even what the cards say, as you say, you're aware it's your choice, but I know that you're leaning towards one. I can feel that you're leaning towards one because you have a preference or a certain. I'm seeing you like walk into it, and it's just there was a piece that washed over you, or a like a wave that just hit you, and you're like, I just love this place. Um, and that gives a lot of oomph to putting one over the other, but be practical about it. So I'm going to ask, this is Rose today. I asked Mary, my grandmother did not come through, but Rose has come through. And I'm going to see if I can put this where you can see it. And it may take a second. And I'm going to put my arm down so that you know that I'm not moving it.
Down a bit.
Down a bit. Thanks, Paul.
Yeah, a bit more, because we can't see the pendulum bit.
Yeah, I can't really see it because I've got the comments
we've got
up,
a little bit. You can see
and there's
the
a
top
lag.
of it.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
Yeah, you could lift it up. That's it. That's perfect.
Okay. So this is Rose, and Rose has agreed to work with us today. And Rose has given me her yes is a back and forth, and her no, it would be a circle. Okay. So I'm going to ask her the question. Okay. Will Lori be moving into the historical building in September? Okay. What I'm being shown is we do have a yes, but we also have a little bit of a loop to it. So it's leaning towards yes, because as I said, I feel that that's the one that you really, really want. Okay. I'm going to say, will the other place that Lori Sue can applied for, would that be a better choice for her? Would that be a better choice for her? Will the second place be the better choice? And I don't know if you guys can see, but we are starting to go into a circle. And a circle would be a no. So the second place really isn't the best choice for you anyway. I have a feeling it has more to do with your comfort and your feelings about the place than necessarily the budget. But do know that the pendulum does agree that the historic building is a place that you will feel good and you will enjoy. I'm going to ask a straight question now. I'm going to ask my new guy, Brian, here. Will Lori be moving in September? Just to verify that you will be moving in September. Okay? Because like you said, you've applied and we have not actually asked whether or not you're going to get it. So Brian, will she be moving in September? And Brian Jess is the same. And we have back and forth movement and only back and forth movement. So that means yes. So you will be moving in September. Okay. The choices of places, as always, are up to you. Spirit does seem to lean with you towards the historical building. So I hope that is helpful. I hope the cards were helpful. Do let others around you, do let others in your family weigh in. Okay. Do let the other people in your soul tribe, your family weigh in. And do remember, like I said, that you had I believe it was the crumbling. It's asking what you're holding on to. There's something that you're holding on to, because the crumbling is similar to the tower. It means something major and change is about to happen or needs to happen. And you need to start with firm foundations as you rebuild. It's not a bad card. It just means that there's going to be a little bit of a shakeup, which a move is always a shakeup. So don't focus so much on the shakeup, but as the opportunity to build anew with firm, solid foundations. So make sure you're taking care of yourself with that. And then, even though with this one, the rose that's cracked open, the ever blooming or ever unfolding rose, is not happening to you. So even if things come up, obstacles come up, they're not happening to you. They're happening for you. They are giving you opportunities to take a pause or a break and look at things how they are and how you want them to be. They're also letting you know that you might not get exactly what you want or exactly how you want it, but that's not meaning that it's against you. That's just giving you an opportunity to see things from a different angle. So I hope that resonates with you. Lori, thank you so much for letting me read for you. And thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to be here. I'm going to pick somebody else for the next one. And Stacy Bowe, your name has popped out to me. So if you'd like to get me 1 or 2 questions for the next round. And Melanie McGonigal, if you could get me 2 questions, that would be great. And guys, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Lovely. Thank you. That was fascinating, that. Right, ladies and gentlemen, could I have names up for a crystal ball reading? We are working this time with Little Miss Scarlet. So, could I have names up, and Tomka will select the next person to be read. And you can put your names up now, please. Okay, right. Okay.
Sorry, just trying to.
Yeah, I need to move it off that bit. Yeah. It's difficult to see where he's put his stick when you do that. Okay. Tonka's talking stick has stopped at Deborah Priest. Deborah Priest. Okay, Deborah. Let's see where we go. Right. Delving into the depths of Little Miss Scarlet. Right. I'm being shown you sitting on a wooden bench in the park, the town park. And you're sat there looking out forward. There's a number of children playing and a number of dogs running around. Okay. And what is noticeable is that you're sat down there and you're actually nibbling on what looks like a sandwich. Could be a hot dog, but it looks like a sandwich to me. And I'm looking at a person that is stood behind you. There is a person stood behind you in spirit. And I also want to say that I can see a child in spirit that is running around just in front of you on the grass with a number of other children playing with an oversized ball, one of these inflatable things. Normally you would use it in the beach.
A beach ball.
Right? So call it a beach ball, you call it a football, but it's like the oversized version. The person that stood behind you in spirit is actually got their hand actually resting very lightly onto your shoulder. So, Deborah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can make a link with this person in spirit. So, okay, now I can feel the energy from spirit coming in from behind me, and I can also hear a dog barking behind me. This person, as he comes in, I want to say this is the energy of a gentleman, and I want to say this gentleman feels to me in and around the 75 to 80 mark. He is a gentleman who is telling me, I've seen it all, I've done it all, and I've probably bled everywhere as well. He's a man who is waving his hands at me like this, which indicates to me that this is a gentleman who is very much into working with his hands. He has, telltale signs of blisters, the rough skin appearance on the fingers and the palm of his hands. This is someone who has definitely been doing some quite rough, laborish style work. Not a person that sits at a desk and moves paper clips and pencils around. This is a man who really does earn his money through blood, sweat, toil, and tears. He's a man with a very big heart on him as well. He is very much drawn to the welfare of family, and in particular, children, okay? He likes to be seen at work as the roughy-tufty, like gorilla type man. But in the home, he is a gentle, I'm going to say gentle soul, one who's all about family, all about the children, all about making the lives of the family as comfortable as possible with the very little that he has. If asked, he would help any member of the family out the best way he could, even if that meant giving them the last shilling. But in the reverse is slightly different, because he has pride in his ability to work. He has pride in what he brings home and what he earns. And he's very much a man who believes it's his responsibility to provide. He's the one that brings the money, that puts the bread on the table. And for other people to come around and sort of give him handouts and that, he feels very much like his nose has been put out of joint. You know, he just cannot bring himself around to accept charity, because he firmly believes deep down in his heart that it's his job to do that. He's a man who freely gives advice and direction from the wisdom that he has gathered over the years from what he's doing, and would very much happily sit down and pass that wisdom on to the younger generation. And as he draws close to you now, he is very much still that very overprotective type gentleman who likes to keep his eyes out and watch carefully what is going on round about you, and to bring you his wisdom and whisper it basically in your ear, and just to energize you. So as he comes in all the time, there's always that gentle touch on the shoulder, and that gentle touch on the shoulder is him ministering to your spirit and allowing you access to that truth, that wisdom, that what I'd best describe as like a library, right? A library of knowledge, a library of truth, a library of resource. And by him putting his hand on your shoulder, he's giving your higher self, that's your spirit, access to that. So at times when people now sit beside you and basically open up in a gentle but friendly conversation, and they just start telling you their life story, you find yourself opening up yourself, and you're passing on words of encouragement and words of wisdom that at the end of the conversation, when the person has moved on, that you're just like, where on earth did I get that from? And the answer is, you were granted access to the halls of wisdom and knowledge by the gentle touch of your loved one on your shoulder. Now, to place this gentleman, I want to go looking at you as generation one. I want to look at your mum and dad as your generation two, but I want to go to generation three, to the grandfather, grandmother section of your family tree. And this gentleman sits there as a grandfather connection. And this is the gentleman that's giving you that unfeathered access, okay, to that powerful knowledge, okay? And he does so so that you have the answers, and you have access to that, to the answers of the questions that he sought so dearly throughout his life. And now he has got unfeathered access to that himself. He wants to give you access to that truth and that wisdom as well, so that when it comes to you living your life, you live it knowing the truth, and you follow your heart and your higher self's direction, because the higher self is the spirit you that will move on to the world of spirit afterwards. And spreading that hope and wisdom and truth is exactly what he believes in. And that's why he draws very close to you. And it's on those quiet moments, the quiet stillness, that he whispers it into your ear. And with that, I'm going to leave that with you and leave his love with you and say, thank you very much indeed. God bless you. Right. Paul, it is over to you.
Yes.
Right. Thank you very much.
Right. Names up, please, for a bit of mediumship, please. Yeah, weren't too bad. Right. Ooh. Right, Kelly Louise, please. Is it okay to work with you? Yeah, I am drawn to you, Kelly. Right, Kelly, I'm actually feeling a bit of sadness around you. How you've actually been struggling with loads of things that's been going on, and you've been putting on quite a bit of a front where people aren't seeing the real you, and there've been quite a few things that have been getting you down. It's like people just say sorry, and it just really gets you and upsets you. It's like people are starting to take the mickey out of you, but they're not. But it feels that way. It feels like some words are being spoken. They said it the wrong way, where you'd feel that it'd be better saying a different way. But I've got this gentleman coming in, and he's actually coming in with strength for you, because he's actually saying you need the strength at the moment, because your strength seems to be quite disappearing, and a lot of things have been getting you down. I do feel there is a celebration coming up that could be birthday, anniversary, the usual things that is coming up soon. I'd say around September-ish time. There's going to be it's meant to be a celebration coming up, and there's things you've got to do. I do feel that I'm feeling you was with someone when they passed, or you just missed when they passed, because of it's a lady that's coming in who's actually saying, sorry I couldn't hold on for you to get there. I just couldn't, and I didn't want you to see me take that last breath. Last breath. And she's just coming in with keep saying sorry that she couldn't actually come in. Do you resonate with this, please, Kelly? It's your granddad. Oh, bless you. Yeah, I do feel that he's actually coming in with so much of love, and actually how proud he is of you, because he's actually letting you know that he's actually coming in to be around you, and you do feel him around you. I also feel there is a lady as well that's actually coming in, that's actually drawing close as well. And she's actually coming in, turn around saying, you are doing me proud. Where has this come from? Because you thought you wouldn't do something, but you've done it. And she's actually coming in with a lot of, I'm proud of you, girl. And she's got, you shocked a lot of people when you done this. And I'm trying to ask what it is, but it just, so yeah, but I'm going to carry on. You need to actually start relaxing as well, because you're just doing this, that, and the next thing, and not getting. It's like you're doing 2 steps forwards and 1 step back, but this lady is actually trying to push you to do more things, because she's saying it's like you've got a bucket list and you want to get all that done, but you keep saying, "Oh, tomorrow, maybe next week," but she's actually laughing, saying, "There's no time like the present, girl." She keeps calling you girl. Do you know this lady at all, please? Because she just keeps calling you girl. Just wait. And oh, your great grandma. Yeah, because she's coming in with a lot of Granddad's mum. Right, okay, thank you. She's coming in with so much love at the moment, and she would be a go-to lady if you had a problem. She'd be like an agony aunt, and she just coming in with so much of you, and she's saying you are like her. You actually treat people as they want to be treated. You do not judge anyone, and the way you go. But she's actually said, be careful, because there's still a lot of people that like you trust, but they're not trustworthy people. And she's just saying, get to know people first before you actually jump in, and don't just rush, because this is how things get, how you get upset, and that because you're running in deep and it's just really getting to you, because you're getting there, you think so it's go, and then they let you down. And this is how things happen. You feel like everyone just lets you down, and you don't know, like you make a date to go out or so, and then they, like an hour before you go, oh sorry, I can't do it now. And this is what they're saying, and you're beginning to get that, well, I can't trust anyone, even though you've always trust people, but now you're feeling you can't trust. Who can you trust? And you're questioning yourself quite a lot. And this lady's just coming in, turning around saying, trust in yourself and trust in what your heart says. Trust that, because that will not disappoint you. Your own feelings and your heart is actually what you actually trust, and they will not let you down. And this is what they're actually trying to bring into you. Trust yourself, because if you can't trust yourself, who can you trust? It's like if you don't love yourself, who can you love? And this is what she's trying to get. Start looking after yourself. Look after number one, because you are number one. Even though you don't feel it, you are number one. And this is what she's trying. She's got that finger out, and she's saying, "You've got this, girl, and you will do it." And I'm going to leave that with you. Say thank you. Stop the tears. Stop the, questioning. Stop the questions, and just get on and start loving yourself and trusting yourself. Sorry if that sounds a bit, but yeah, that is what she say. Yeah, Linda, that will happen because of we've got YouTube, we've got Find Me a Medium, we've got Paul Luke Gift Shop, we've got Double Trouble at Home. So we've got 5 different platforms we're working on tonight. That is exactly right. What Daniel has just put there, that is exactly right. But yeah. Okay, Linda. Lynn.
And thank you, Linda Wallace. Yes, I've noticed it, and the things that are going on, and I appreciate you bringing that up. But that does happen, and sometimes we're not able to deal with it as quickly as we'd like.
What's
I
that?
was I believe we have a few trolls in tonight, and I cannot access them, and Kim is having trouble accessing them due to
I
the
can't
multiple
see any
chats.
of them.
I've seen a couple. I've pointed them out to Kim. I'll discuss it with you later. But anyway, I was waiting for Stacy Bow and Melanie McGonigal to put questions up, and I have not seen them. Oh no, Tina, I didn't say you were a troll. No, but I have seen a couple of people that were just being distracting, to try to be distracting, and to get other people's attention away from what was going on in live.
Well, if people can put their names up, name and shame. If they're going to do that, name and shame, and I will get rid of them. It's easy.
I haven't seen anything for a few minutes, and Kim and I took care of it from the background while Luke was reading, I hope. So we'll see what happens. Okay, Melanie, did you want a pendulum reading? And Stacy, I will answer that for you. And if you have a second question, go ahead and get that one out there. Stacy says, will I move home? And Melanie, if you'd rather have a card than the pendulum, just let me know. Hello, Yvonne. I've seen several people come in. I want to acknowledge them real quick. I did try to text or message and let them know that I appreciate them. Nikki and Yvonne and Stephanie and Adelaida were all here. And I do hope that they show up. And yes, I just noticed that we did get the ban and comments removed from one, but there is another one that came in with them, but they're kind of lurking still. They haven't been obtuse. Apologize for all that,
you
guys.
can give me their name, I will.
It was just simply a KK. I had a feeling they were getting ready to start, but then they seem to have disappeared. So let's fingers crossed. So anyway, back to what I was saying, Melanie.
Done.
I will give you cards. Let me go ahead and answer. Stacy's question real quick. Stacy, I'm gonna let John Robert answer that question, and I'm gonna see if I can get this angled up. I'm gonna pull some of the chain up so that it's a little bit easier for you to see.
If people don't know who this lady is, it is the lovely Lin Green, all the way from USA, who's coming in as our guest, and we do it every fortnight.
As you know, I forget to advertise myself and to I do to introduce myself, so I'm very sorry about not introducing myself properly. Yes, I am Lynn, and I do a variety of different things, but with the guys here, who I absolutely adore, I do pendulum readings mostly. I usually have a couple of cards with me and some other stuff, but pendulum seems to be something that you guys are really interested in as viewers, and I like to give you guys what you want, so to speak. I like to be of service. So this is John Robert. John Robert is the spirit of my granddad.
Julie just asked, are you Lynn from the Psychic Live community?
No, well, I am Lynn from Psychic community. Yes, from the spiritual wellness. But I am not from South Wales, or I think Debbie Hearn is from South Wales, perhaps.
Yes, Debbie is from South Wales.
Okay, hi Debbie. Yes, I've seen Debbie before. Julie, I think I may have seen you before, but yes, I am Lynn. That's on spiritual wellness. But thank you for noting. Thank you for saying hi. And thank you, Yvonne. Yvonne is amazing person as well. She has such a generous personality and heart. So I'm going to call her out for that real quick. Now this is back for Stacy Bow before I get sidetracked too badly. This pendulum, this particular one, I use the my spirit of my grandfather comes on. And he answers, and hello, Papa. How are you tonight? And he answers questions very well. Sometimes he can be a little stubborn. He has, when he says no, it's usually a very strong circle. And when he says yes, it's a very strong side to side. So let's see what he has to say. Stacy Bow would like to know if she is going to be moving home soon. So, John Robert, can you please answer? Will Stacy be moving home soon? Let's see what he has to say, and hopefully you guys can see the pendulum. Okay, I can't see.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I can't see worth a darn tonight, so I apologize. My eyes are very sore. I was out in the sunlight a lot yesterday, and they're kind of burned. I did not have my sunglasses because I was a bad person as far as taking care of myself. So here we go. Stacy Bow. Will she be moving home soon? And we're getting kind of slow answers tonight. Stacy, is there a lot of confusion around why you were supposed to move home, if you don't mind me asking? And if you could just respond in the comments, I would really appreciate it, because I know what I'm being told, and I know what the pendulum is showing me, but there seems to be like a lot of confusion over whether or not you should move home or whether or not you want to move home. I know it has not been decided yet. There's been talk about it. And I'm seeing that, yes, you may want to. And John Robert is indicating that, yes, you will. Again, like I said to Lori earlier, it is no matter what spirit gives as an answer in this, the wonderful thing about future questions is that they're not set in stone. Nothing that you say at this time, and ask no questions that you ask today are an immediate yes or no. They're based on your actions and how you move forward from what this says. So if you don't like what I say, lovely, you get the chance to change it. That's the wonderful thing about reading things that are yet to come. With what John Robert has said, yes, you will be moving home. Okay. Yes, you will be moving home. The beginning, he was showing me that you have a lot of apprehension about moving home. Like you're not sure if it's something you really, really should do. So as far as that decision, weigh it out. Okay. Spirit tells me to weigh it out. I'm going to give you a card just to back it up and see. Yes, I actually do, Tanya. Tanya asked if I asked my pendulums if they are a certain name, or if they are a certain person, or to pick their names. I just got some, and I just got some new pendulums, and I was discussing with Paul and Luke that I was going to have to find out who I was working with before I could bring them in. Because the spirit works through the pendulums. I have several pendulums that I use just for personal use. They don't necessarily have a name, because they're the answers that my energies bring forth. And then I have others that immediately I hear a name and I'm called to that name. And then there are another few that I have that I've asked which spirit or which archangel, which member of my family comes through, because we were all surrounded by spirit, we're all surrounded by archangels, we're all surrounded by family members, ancestors that have come before us, and they want us to have their advice still, I guess is the best way to put it. And the way I work with the pendulums is they come through, and sometimes you just answer yes or no questions with them until they say, hi, this one. And Paul did help me know who this particular one was, because he said it was a Jonathan, and it did turn out to be a Jonathan. As I asked more questions, it turned out to be John Robert, and John Robert happens to be my grandfather. That's two of his middle names. So that is how I knew which spirit I was working with. Now, this is still for Stacy. Stacy, this says lifting the veil, okay? And when you're lifting the veil, you're questioning everything. It's like when you pull the curtain up, you look out to see what's going on around you, okay? And you're like, oh, wonder what's going on today. So you're questioning things. You're looking at things from different ways. This also says that anything that is unaligned with you must go. So the decisions that you have to make about moving home, you need to weigh them out as, are you doing this to get a better footing for yourself? Are you doing this because family members need you to? And is it really the best decision for you? John Roberts says, yes, you're going to do it. But just keep in mind that you don't have to do something that doesn't align with yourself. Okay. So, let me know if you move home. Let me know if it's a good decision. And because I always appreciate the feedback, and I wish you much luck. And now, Melanie, you just wanted a card, correct? So I'm gonna reach over here. I think I'm gonna give you a Moonology card. Let me pull this one out. And sorry, Paul, if I'm taking too long. I hope I'm not taking too long.
No, not at all. It just gives us time to change over.
That works. Okay. So Melanie McGonigal, you are still here? Yes, please. Okay, I saw that pop up. And there is a lag between my video that I can see and well, almost see, and the actual chat that I'm trying to follow everybody's comments on, and that would be yours. Ooh. Okay, Melanie. Now I do not do relationship readings, so to speak. If spirit sends something to me, I give you what spirit sends. Okay. But I do not answer questions on, will my ex come back to me, or should I, break these people up, or should I pursue this ex of mine, or should I find somebody else? I don't usually answer those questions. Okay. All right, I am so happy for you, Stacy. So Melanie, this card is a new romantic cycle begins. Okay, this is the new moon in Libra, and I do not read cards based on the actual astrological stuff. I read cards based on what it means as far as the moon cycle to me. Anything that is a new moon is a new beginning. It is a new beginning. It is a clean slate. It is a fresh start. It is that spark of an idea that you want to take forward. When this says a romantic cycle begins, what I feel with this card is that you have something coming up that you're going to be very passionate about. Does not necessarily mean you're going to be in a relationship. It doesn't mean that you're going to be going into something sexual, sensual, or friendship even. What it means is it's going to be something that you're passionate about. And we find our passions in areas. You could have a show that you are passionate about watching, a food that you are passionate about preparing or learning how it's made or eating, a work project that you absolutely just want to put all your energy to, or even like a charity that you absolutely feel drawn to and are passionate about. This new romantic cycle means that there is love, affection, and caring coming your way and being put out by you. So that is what I'm feeling, is that you are going to be putting that love and that energy and that affection into what is coming up, what you are working on right now. And yes, it could be yourself. It very well could be yourself, and learning to love yourself, appreciate yourself, and do for yourself, because we do have to take care of ourselves. If we don't take care of ourselves, we can't give as much to the other people around us that we need to. So, the one thing I want to emphasize on this particular card, though, is where it says New Moon in Libra. This to me is a clean start. It does not mean that you have to wait till the months that are associated with Libra. In this case, this is about finding a balance. This is about balancing the scales. So making sure that you are taking care of yourself, but also taking care of your responsibilities. Okay. That is the emphasis of this card. That is what is being stressed to me about this card. So know that this is about bringing balance into that caring and affection and that passion project that you are working on, as well as the rest of your life. I hope that resonates with you, Melanie. That's what I've been given to tell you. And I see a very big bright smile on your face with all of this. So know that I see positivity coming up for you. And thank you. I'm gonna call out two more people. I'm gonna call out let's see. I saw the name. Let me see if Stephanie San Augustine is still here. And let's see. Tracy Kennedy, I don't think I've read for you before, but if you have a question that you would like the pendulum to answer, or up to 2 questions, please write them out, and I will use the pendulum or get you a card when it comes back around to me. Thank you guys so much.
You're very
and
welcome.
You are more than welcome, Melanie. Thank you. And now on to the King of the Crystals, Master Luke.
Right. I'm going to be working with Sam. Sam has been with me since my 9th birthday, and yeah, we had fun times reading in public school and in my primary school with the crystal ball. So he's he's well traveled. He's well traveled. So if you could all put your names up, please, for a crystal read, and Tonka, he will indicate whom I have to go to with his talking stick symbol. So, names up now, please. Right, let's see. Let me see. Where, right, I can see the talking stick, so where is it going to stop? Right, he's hovering, and okay, he's stopped at Tammy Wydrick. Forgive me if I pronounced your name wrong there, Tammy Wydrick. So let's see. Okay. Hi, Tammy. Right. As I look into Sebastian here, I'm being shown. Well, I'm being shown a map, and it's like an extensive map of the world. And from from where you are sat in this garden, I'm seeing golden ropes. There's a goldenness. That's actually made of light as opposed to real rope, but it's made of light. And I'm seeing them going up out from where you are sat in your garden. And it's going all the way around the world, like your spirit family connections are literally all over the world. Your family is very well traveled, as I see this, and connections all over the place, and different languages as well. So your family are well traveled. Looking at where you're sat in the garden, it is in what I would want to describe as patio furniture. You know, the summer furniture. You get the 4 chairs, you get the table, you get the parasol to keep the sun off you. And you're sat there on a very nice, sunny, warm day. So that, I have to say, certainly for this summer here in Scotland, has been a bit of a rare occurrence. But nevertheless, it's fabulous when it happens. And you're there and you have a nice chilled drink beside you on that table. Now, I'm looking at it and it's an orangey color. Now, by no means does that mean to say it's orange juice, because it could be a very nice cocktail that goes down well on a summer's day. Okay. Now, sat beside you, I want to say that I can see a person in spirit. Okay. Now, this spirit person is appearing as golden light in the shape of an adult. So I can't set them at this second whether it's male or female, but the presence is there. And the person is sat on one of those patio seats that faces towards you. So it's like they're sat there and just looking at you as if to say, wow, or they're ready to say something in your general direction. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get Tonka to bring this person in and see where we go and who this person is. Okay, when you're ready. Now, wouldn't it be a surprise if it didn't come in through the window? Okay, right, I can feel the energy coming forward now. Now, as this person comes forward, I want to say that this is the energy of a man. And I want to say this man is in his retirement years, definitely his retirement years. I want to go down the father side of the family with this gentleman. So I want to go down daddy's side as opposed to mum's side. Now, he steps forward. I'm going to say that he's not a particularly tall gentleman, okay? By today's standards, he's not very tall. I mean, I'm 6'1", so I want to say this person is in and around 5'7". Not much greater taller than that, but then that is subjective as I look at him through my mind's eye. I do feel he's slightly bigger in muscular tone than what I am, because after all, I'm skinny, you know. It's not that I don't eat much, it's just that I never seem to keep it. And he's a man who is giving me this, okay? So he's waving at me with his hands. So again, that's spirit's way of telling me this is a gentleman who worked with his hands. And he wasn't one that sat in front of a desk and flew paper clips from one end to the other and back again, and then spent all afternoon sharpening pencils, right? This is a guy who grafted, you know what I mean? An example of what I would consider as a grafting person would be like a tradesman, plumber, brickier, someone who did mining, steelworks, docker, that type of hard work, where the gentleman basically sweated to earn his money. Now, I want to say with this gentleman, as he speaks in what I want to describe as is with a funny accent, okay? Sounds a funny accent to me. which is strange, I suppose, when I'm a Scotsman and everybody else to me is foreign. But I have to say it's a strange accent, not one I'm very familiar with. But this gentleman has one very unique characteristic about him, and that is he is one of the few people I have met in spirit that are willing to say that he wore his heart on his sleeve. And what I mean by that is he would actually show emotion. Right? Instead of being the typical Brit or an Englishman with its a stiff upper lip and you very rarely see their mouth move when they talk, this gentleman is quite honest about his emotions. He could be considered to be a little bit of a romantic and very, very much a family man, a person who would bend over backwards. He would do anything in the sense of grafting, whether it be overtime, whether it be away 7 days a week grafting, whatever was needed to keep the bread on the table, he was willing to do. And it wasn't because he was in love with money, it was because he was very much in love with his family. Okay? Where the better life was, he was prepared to go there, lock, stock, and barrel, pack the bags, put them on the cart, and either pull it or push it to wherever the better life would be. And that, in essence, meant the family moving distances all over the place to where the better life would be, because it was about giving the family everything they deserved. Whether that be moving to the next town or the next city or to the next country, that's what it took. That's what he was willing to do. And okay, and he's telling me that some of the moves were not necessarily through choice either. They were not necessarily through choice. They were more or less forced upon them. But to him, it was all about the safety and security of his family. He was a man that would show love, a man that wouldn't be afraid to show love, and a man that wouldn't be afraid to give sacrifice, okay, to sacrifice whatever it took to give the family the life that he so wanted for them. Right. He draws close on this particular occasion because he very much feels a great sense of, I want to use the word guarding, but it doesn't really do justice as to what he's thinking or what he talks about. But it's an overprotective sensation that I have, where he really does want to keep his eye on the family. It's about their safety, their welfare. He's very much aware that you have to have, in this time, in this lifetime, in this time and moment, you have to have, as a lady, you have to have eyes in the back of your head. And he's literally showing me a cartoon character drawing with eyes at the front and eyes at the back. Okay, it's saying because it is not a time when a lady can step out of her own home and walk to the corner shop without having to take, as he describes it, take your life in your own hands. Because as soon as the sun goes down, the demons walk the streets. They hide in the corners, under bushes, behind telegraph poles, under cars. And he very much is aware of that and brings in his overprotective spirit to walk with you wherever you're going to keep you safe. He's very much emphasizing you need, when you go out, you need to go out in pairs. Do not go out on your own. When you go somewhere, you need to be telling people where you're going, what time you're going to be there, and who it is you're going to see, because he is emphasizing you need to be safe. You need to take precautions. Do not trust someone just because they smile at you or offer you a lift. You exercise caution, because these are strange lands and these are strange people. And all too often you hear strange, sad news on social media that happens to these people who don't take the precautions. It's a world where there's no such thing as a victimless crime. He wants you to know he's not saying this to frighten you. He's saying this because he loves you and he wants you to be safe. He wants you to enjoy the life that you richly deserve. Said he made sacrifices in his time to be able to give you the life, the lifestyle, and the peace that the family very much deserve after going through hard times. And he doesn't want to see you lose what he fought so very hard to give you all. And he says that with love. And he's actually shown me a big stick, and he's saying, here you go, don't be afraid to use it. So it's like he's trying to say, you got to carry this stick with you when you go out the door to go and get a loaf of bread and a pint of milk from the corner shop, just in case someone approaches you being a bit iffy. And then you got to go, boink, knock them on the head with it. But yeah, he's being overprotective, but he's also wanting you to be cautious about going out on your own at night. And all too often he's seeing people put these things in their ears and they're listening to music and they can't tell when someone's walking up behind them. He says, I don't want you to be like that. I want you to use these and this. Trust your sixth sense. Trust your gut feeling. It's speaking to your higher self. It's your higher self telling you something's not right. Trust in it. Nurture it. Believe in it. And you'll do fine. And with that, I'm going to leave his love with you. A very cautious man. A very cautious man. I think very much so from his own experience in life, having gone through some very difficult times himself. I'm going to bless you and say thank you very much for allowing me to read for you there. And now I'm ready to welcome back the star of the show. Everybody loves him. It's Paul.
Did you want to find out those questions, Lynn? I can't hear you.
You're very welcome, Tammy. You're very, very welcome indeed.
I'm muted again. You know me. There's noise behind me. I try to tune it out.
Do you want to get those questions while I just pop to the loo?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. Actually, both of the people I was going to read for ask for cards, so it's the pendulum questions. So I'll do cards. I don't know if Tracy Kennedy responded or not. I did not see a response from her, but if she's still out there, but I'll go ahead and start with Stephanie San Augustine. Stephanie wanted a card, she said, instead of pendulum. So let's see what we've got. Stephanie, let me go ahead and get you. Make sure that
San Augustine.
San Augustine.
Yeah.
I believe it's San Augustine, not Augustine.
That's a city, is it not? Is that a city in California, San Augustine?
Yeah, I believe she's in California as well. So let's see what we've got for Stephanie. And Stephanie, I'm going to use the Starseed Oracle, I believe it is, for you. Let's see. this one. We'll go ahead and get you a second one. Since I do 2 questions on the pendulum, I'll do 2 cards. Okay, so Stephanie, you have big picture thinking and you have lost lands. Now, with the big picture thinking, this is about the Pleiades energy, and being a visionary and having inspired ideas. So this to me indicates that you think on a grander scale, and that you are inspired, with like the comment "reach for the stars" is what keeps resonating in my head, is reach for the stars. And that to me says that you think outside of the box, that you think um, beyond what society tells you should be your limits. Um, okay, like Augustine. Okay, like Saint Augustine. Okay. I will learn the pronunciation. I apologize. I thought it was Augustine. Um, okay. Do that right next time. But this is, like I said, this is big energy. This is big ideas and wanting more than what you have now. But much like the rest of us on Earth who don't go through NASA or Space Force, and we don't have astronaut training, we're not necessarily always sure how to get to the stars. So this is about continuing to think about that, being that visionary, being inspired, finding that way for the lowly human to reach the stars or change their stars. Because I'm getting a picture all of a sudden of Heath Ledger from A Knight's Tale. And the key phrase in that is like, you can change your stars, you can change your status, you can become more than what you are right now. So know that this is, I can do more, I can see beyond where I'm at right now. Things will be better because I want them to be better, and I will find a way to make it happen. Your second card being Lost Lands, soul memories and gifts, because you've done this before. So to me, this one, I believe, if I remember correctly, you have a a little bit of knowledge on reincarnation, or a belief in reincarnation, or spirit retrieval, spirit return. um you've been through this before. This is not your first time navigating this particular obstacle. It's your first time in this realm, in this body, in this spirit, on this path, but it's a path that you have been through in past lives before. So it's one where you know in your gut what needs to be done and how to do it. You're just not sure in this shell, um, with these tools, these things around you, what you need to do. So you need to think about, how can I get to where I need to be? Okay, how can I achieve what I'm supposed to do in this life? And I'm hearing in the soonest, for the greatest and highest good, but in the soonest, you're wanting things to change more rapidly, than they actually are. And I do feel like things are going to change. This one jumped out for you. Step out of your comfort zone. So that pretty much wraps it up and says it right there. Step out of your comfort zone. This is North Node. North Node to me is following that North Star, following that North Light, following your true North, your truth, um, your passion, your individuality, your goals. Do what you think is the right thing to do. Follow the things that bring joy to you in your life and allow you to reach your goal. Um, I hope that resonates with you, Stephanie. I really do. Thank you for letting me read for you. And if you do have a question, let me know. a specific question. And then Tracy Kennedy, I did see you. Did you want a pendulum reading or did you want a card, Tracy? And hopefully I didn't lose Stephanie. But Tracy, did you want a card or a pendulum? Tracy Kennedy. And welcome back, Paul. Oh, you are welcome, Stephanie. I hope that helps out a little bit. That's what the cards just like screamed out at me for you. And let's see. Oh, card, please. Okay, so I'm going to change the deck. Oh, wait, I put those in the wrong deck. How many of those did I put in the wrong deck? There we go. Sorry, I have two very similar decks, and I stuck the wrong cards on top. Let me get these out for you because this is the deck I was told to do for you. So very quickly, we have card number 1. Oh, I like that card. Card number 2, Tracy Kennedy. Okay, this one comes up a lot. It's one of those that cards that connects people because so many people receive this card when I do readings. This is about seeding the light, laying foundations, and remembering to stick to the divine plan. This is Anna, the grandmother of Jesus. Okay, and with this card, this is about being that seed that lights up everybody's day, being that person that smiles at other people when you go out, that person that just lightens the room. And it's also about planting the seeds for the things that you want for your life. Okay, laying those foundations, making sure that you are making the foundations firm. You know, you don't want to build a house on a bed of quicksand. You want to make sure that you have good, solid foundations. And that's with anything that we do in life. So with this is about laying foundations and making the plans and being detailed, being meticulous, make sure that you're doing every step that you're supposed to. Don't skip things, because no matter how fast you want things to happen, there is a divine plan, and the divine plan happens in divine timing, which is not always as fast as we want it to work. And sometimes it's a lot quicker than we want it to happen. Spirit works in ways where if you are not progressing quite as fast as you were supposed to, the carpet gets ripped out from under you and you end up on your face and being forced to kind of move forward a quicker manner than what you were. So this one is about being meticulous, about being detailed. So this one to me is more about taking your time and being able to plan out and make sure you have everything you need so that everything stays solid and firm and won't collapse from shortcuts. The other card, the one I said that I really like, this is leap. And leap is pretty self-explanatory. Take that leap of faith. Take that leap out of your comfort zone. Jump into this with full gusto. Don't stand on the sidelines going, oh, should I? I don't know. What if it fails? Oh, then I've wasted all this time. Oh, maybe I should. No, jump. Jump. If it fails, it fails. You climb the rock again. You climb the hill again. And you jump in a different direction. If you don't jump, it never gets done. If you don't take that leap of faith, it never gets done. It says you go first, the universe will catch you. Okay. This is letting you know that the universe has your back, your spirit team, your ancestors, your guides. They are all there, not just yelling for you to take that chance and cheering you on, but they are also around and beneath and below and above you, waiting to catch you if you start to fall. Okay, so you've got this wonderful spirit energy around you, and it's saying that there's something you need to pardon the way I phrase this, get off your bum and do. And you know what it is, I'm being told, but they're very clear with the get off your bum and do. You've been hesitating. So thank you, Christina. You've been hesitating, but it's time. It's time. Okay, it's time for you to do this. So I'm glad that it makes sense for you, Tracy. I'm glad you understand. I'm glad it brings you comfort. Know that as I tell people all the time, you may think it's one of those questions that you don't want to ask, but you can never get a yes if you never ask the question. If you never ask the question, the answer is always no. So just jump in and ask that question. Take that leap of faith. Spirit has your back. Your ancestors have your back. So know that there is plenty in spirit with you that are helping push you along the way. But do make sure that you lay those foundations firmly. Okay? You don't want to jump off a cliff without knowing that you're going to land in the water and not the rocks. Yes, spirit is there and they will help guide you, but make sure you take, common sense with you. So that is what Spirit is telling me for you, Tracy Kennedy. And thank you so much. And now back over to Paul, who is waiting patiently in the wings.
Yeah.
Since I
Kim
jumped in on his.
just asked a strange question. She's
okay.
put, have my sister had witchcraft done on her?
Huh.
That's a strange one. I'll let you while I do my.
Okay.
And then, right, Donna Voy, please. Donna Voy.
You are so welcome, Tracy. And Kim, I'll answer your question next time around while he's getting his readings done. And if I could also get Linda Dunn, if you've got one or two questions that you'd like to ask a pendulum or get a card reading, let me know.
Right, Donna, what I'm feeling with you is like mixed emotions. How you've been feeling. There's been so many things going on, and your mixed emotions are here, there, and everywhere. You don't know whether at the moment you don't know you're left, right, whether up or down. It's just a lot of things going on around you, and you don't know where to start. If you can understand this, I've got a lady actually drawing close, and she's actually coming in on a maternal link, and she's actually coming in to let you know she's around you at the moment, and she's saying, I'm around you more now because she feels she needs to be around you. Do you understand this, please, Donna? Because she's actually coming in quite with a lot of loving arms around you and a lot of feelings, because they feel you're doing stuff you shouldn't be doing now, but people just keep asking for things and you just do it. And this lady she's quite teary-eyed at the moment because she said this is how you're feeling, because things are just so up in the air. You just don't know what to do. But she's saying, I am behind you. I've got your back, and I will always have your back. But you need to start letting go of things, because I feel you are taking on too many people's energies. You're taking on too much, and it is weighing you down. It's like when people come to you, they talk to you, and it's like staying up on here and going up and up and up, and yours are going up and up and up. So it's starting to weigh you down and get to you. And also there's a gentleman also coming in around you as well, and he's coming in to try and give you the strength, because you feel you haven't had much strength as of late to do things, even though you do it because they have to be done, or you don't want to upset someone, you do them. But he's coming in to give you the strength, just to say, oh, please just give me a day, I need a rest, I need a rest for the day. And he's coming in to try and give you the strength to tell people no, because you're just doing far too much. It's like the olden days, you know, well, a lot longer before I was born, where, you know, the women's work is never done, and you know, they belong in the kitchen, they should be hoovering, they should be, you know, should have 20 like pairs of hands. But he turned around saying, time to change, you don't need to do that anymore. Get others to do these sorts of things now, because you are weighing yourself so down, and it does get to you. You sometimes sit on the couch in your home or lay in bed and you're thinking, why do I bother? Why do I bother? Where do I get all the you know, thank yous and all that from? And they're saying you don't get thanks for it. You never get thanks for it all. So you've got to start saying no and actually be. Welcome, Helen. Is that Fabian? Yeah, and they're just coming in so much around you now, and they're saying you need to relax. You need to start being at one with yourself and start carrying on as you want to do, and start living as you want to do. You know, yeah, you can help people, but it can't always just be you doing things. They've got to give some as well, because it's just not fair. Oh, I'm glad you got it, Tracy. And they are worried about you. You've just got to start slowing down, they're saying. And this is their words, not mine. You're not getting any younger, you know, and things are getting more and more tougher. So please just take what you can and just say no to the rest. Because, and carry on doing your art. And this is me saying this bit now. Carry on doing your art. Start relaxing while doing your art, because, you know, I've got plenty of things that you sent to us, you know, all the way from Canada, and I'll treasure them till my dying days, and they'll be going with me then as well. But yeah, just start doing things for you, not everyone else. Just let you be you for a change. Go out, you know, dress up, go out, go to a pub or something, have a drink, or go out for a meal, and just enjoy yourself, because that's what you need. You need a bit of laughter back in your life. You need a bit of love back in your life. You need to be you now. And they're just saying, keep on saying, I don't want you up here early. It's not your time, so slow down. And this is coming from a motherly figure. You know, it's not your time yet. Don't make that change. So, and with that, I'm going to say, bless you, Donna. And, you know, we love you. You are loved, and there are people that do truly love and care for you. So I say, bless you, Donna, and thank you. Yeah, okay. All right, Lynn, do you want to do your ones?
Yeah, I can if Luke's not ready. Let's see.
Well, it's 10 o'clock now. It's 2 hours we've been on.
Yeah, I was thinking we were getting ready to wind down.
Yeah.
Kim Stephanie, I asked Brian, and I will show you. I'll ask him again just to get clarity for you. I will let you know. I do not feel that there's active witchcraft afoot. What I will say is that the feeling that I get is that somebody has given the suggestion. Okay, they've given the suggestion that there is a hex or a witchcraft type thing done. I do not feel that on them, but I do feel that the suggestion is enough to make your sister believe that it has been the thing responsible for bad things happening, or things not going quite the way she had expected them to. So I feel like they've made the suggestion, or they've made, let's put it, the threat, that they are going to do witchcraft on her, or that they have done witchcraft on her, but I don't feel that it is it's not legitimate witchcraft. It's more like just threats and talk. I asked Brian, this is Brian, and let me see if I can get it to where you can see it. And I asked Brian if witchcraft had been performed on your family. And as you see, Brian very quickly goes into a no. Okay. I also asked Brian if your sister believed that the person was able to do witchcraft and capable of harming her. And I do feel that she does have that belief, but the one wonderful thing about spellcraft and witchcraft and beliefs, and especially among those who are not truly practicing witches, people make a lot of threats. People say they can do things that they can't do, and while you can put the intention in, and you can make the potion, and you can make the spell and stuff, just by reading a book, you have to have a certain amount of intent and ability and help from the realms that you use to be able to inflict anything on anybody. And I don't feel that this person has that level. I feel like they have a book and they do a few things, and they carry themselves and present themselves as witchy, but not necessarily very proficient in their practicing. So what I suggest for your sister, and if she does feel like there is somebody around her, there are lots of protections she can use. She can use salt, she can use sage, she can cleanse herself, and she can ask spirit. You just ask your personal spirit team to remove any obstacles, anything that have been unjustly put on me, or put on me to harm me. Remove all these harmful energies and send back all that harmful energy to the universe, not to the person, because that just perpetuates a cycle of you returning it to them returning it back to you, etc. But return it to the earth. Let Mother Earth transform it into positive energy for everyone on the planet to use. Do not get her bound up in whether or not she's been hexed. Understand that every obstacle that we face in the world, whether it is a major traumatic experience or stubbing our toe on a table, is a lesson. Okay? How is stubbing your toe on a table a lesson? Turn on the light before you walk in the room. Move the furniture. Don't leave things out of place. Those are lessons that you can learn by stubbing your toe on a table in the middle of the night. Big traumatic things that you've been through, making sure that you're protecting yourself in the world, making sure that you have your finances in order, making sure that you take care of things around you and responsibilities. Those are the lessons that we learn when we have big events. Like we lose something that's important to us. If your car gets repoed, well, did you pay your car payment on time? So those kind of things. No matter what the bad things that are happening to her right now, she has the power of mind over matter, of spirit energy coming in and helping her, asking. Just ask. Like I said, have her ask for clarity, have her ask for negativity to be removed from her, and have her call back her own power from wherever she has sent it out. Okay, and make sure that she, just you can take a shower and you can use your shampoo like you normally do, or you can sit in a tub. You clean up, but as you clean, as you soap up and you use your shampoo and stuff, focus all of the negativity and all the yuck that clings to you, from negative energy and ill wishes from other people. Focus all of that, wipe all of that into those lathers and those bubbles, and then wash it away. Wash it away with the shower, with the faucet. Let all that water trickle back down and let it go out through the pipes and into the ground and out for Mother Gaia, for Mother Earth to transform back into positive. Because that's what happens when we release and we cleanse all that energy off of ourselves. And I know this is a really weird, strange reading that I don't normally do, and I apologize for kind of getting off script here, but that was an important question, because so many people today, they interact with people who represent themselves as either a witch or a mystic or whatever, and they're not legitimate. But if you cross them in any way, and even some of the ones that are legitimate, if you cross them or you don't keep paying, uh, they threaten to curse you, or maybe you just did something that got on the wrong side, and they said, I'm gonna hex you for the rest of your life or curse you for the rest of your life. Words have power, but words have power only when we let them. Okay. So what you say to others has power only to the extent that the other person allows it to. Words that are said to you, your sister, those only have power as to how much you give them. Okay. And things that are negative like that, the old I am rubber, you are glue, let it bounce back. Just tell her, let it bounce back, because there are ways of just.
Her sister is on.
Huh?
Her sister is on.
Oh, her sister is on. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm missing something, but yeah. But Kim, I really hope that resonates and that you understand. The steps. This, like I said, the main thing is to just cleanse your own personal energy. Have her cleanse her own personal energy. Cleanse the house. Do a saging, do a blessing. Walk through with some really strong salt water, and just spritz anywhere that just feels off, anywhere that other person has been. So know that. Oh wow, I lost a lot of the chat. I apologize, but that should help, because you, especially in like witchcraft, you actually give that witch, that person, a certain amount of power over you by giving your trust and your energy and your belief. It's just like anything with faith. The more you, if you manifest something, if you believe in it enough and you want it enough, you will manifest it. You will bring it. And when you bring it to yourself, you can do the same thing with negativity, just as you can with positive. So make sure that you're being careful and that you're sticking to the positive. And if you think that anything negative has been sent to you like that, ship it back, but ship it back out to the universe to transmute it. Don't ship it back to harm anyone, because what you send out will come back to you. So what they've sent out to your sister, that will return back to them, but it won't return back to them from her. Let that other stuff go. Okay. So that is my suggestion, my message from spirit and from actual knowledge of how that works. So I hope that helps. And then the other person was Linda Dunn. And Linda, I know you put your question in here, and I saw it and I missed it. And let me see if I can scroll back.
Is there light at the end of the tunnel with everything going on in my family life at the moment?
Thank you.
As it's been ups and downs.
Okay, let me I'm gonna pull up Mary, or no. Oh, I apologize. Rose is with me today, and she's letting me know that Mary is not here today. This is Rose. So, Rose, is there light at the end of the tunnel for Linda Dunn and her family with everything that has gone forward right now? Is there anything that she needs to know? But please give me a yes or no. Is there light at the end of the tunnel? And can you make it strong enough an answer for her to see, please? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You're being cheeky today. Is there light at the end of the tunnel for Linda Dunn and her family? Come on. I see you. I have a cheeky pendulum today. Serious question, but cheeky answer. Okay, so what I'm being told is, yes, there is light at the end of the tunnel. No, it is not coming quite as quickly as you would like, and there is work to be done. When I asked her if if she would give you a more definite answer, she told me no, she's not going to give you a more definite answer, because I wanted you to actually see that it was going side to side to let you know that that was a yes. And when I asked her if she would give me a stronger yes, she told me no. So by spinning. So understand that, Linda, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. The problem is that the tunnel is a little bit longer than any of us would like. And when I say that, I mean, I'm looking at this tunnel, and I would not like to be in that tunnel. I would not like to be trying to reach the end. Because I would not wish that on anyone else. And I see that you guys are struggling and you are traveling, and you're walking a track. You're not on the train. You're actually walking through the tunnel. But you're on track, and there is a track there, which means you are on track. I am seeing the track. I am following the track, and it is telling me that you are almost there. But it is a long, slow journey, because what I feel, what I see and what I feel is that in this long tunnel that you're in, there is the track, and there are several people, and at different times you're having to carry each other. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I'm seeing people actually physically having to carry other members of the party, other members of the family, to get to the end of this tunnel, and they can only carry them so far, and then they have to set them down, and everybody has to rest, and then another member needs assistance, and you try to help with both of them, and it makes the trek a lot longer. It makes the trip a lot longer, but the track is the right track. You are going to get there. There light, what I see when I look at the end of the tunnel, as I see this beautiful pink light, the beautiful pink light is telling me that it is unconditional love, that there is hope, and it's just there's a calming once you reach the end of the things that you're going through. They are going to take a little bit longer. There's more work to be done, but there is this, I mean, it literally looks like this card on the back here, and it is just saying there's all the beautiful pink energy, and there's white light and pink light, and there's a little bit of yellow. The yellow on the sides to me represents nurturing. Okay, I know if you're looking at it from like auras and stuff, or chakras, it's like solar plexus and confidence and things. But what I feel with it is that it is truly just being nurtured. It's your nurturing spirit, and the nurturing that is going to come back to you once you reach the end of this trek. And I feel in my heart that it has been very difficult for you, and I can feel the tears behind the eyes that want to be shed and have not yet been. But that time is coming, and when you get to the end of the tunnel, you will have that release, and you will have that cleansing cry that lets you just kind of get it out there. Okay, so thank you for letting me give you that reading, and it is coming, all in due time, I'm being told, but you are almost there. Almost there. That's it, it just keeps repeating, almost there, almost there. And I don't know if that's you saying I'm almost there to help, like a mantra to get you to the end. But if that's what you're doing, go for it, because you need that extra push. You need that extra oomph. You need that extra reassurance that this is what you're supposed to do, and this is the right track for you. And yes, you will get there. Okay, and that is the message I have for you. Paul, back to you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
We are going to be doing a closing card now, but thank you all for coming, and we're going to do a closing card for each and every one of you.
Yes, thank each and every one of you for joining us this evening. It's been absolutely wonderful. Some really interesting questions there for Lynn, and
we are back again in 2 weeks' time, which is the 31st of August, a day before my birthday. And the lovely Lynn will be with us again then. So if you think of questions, you could actually write them down.
And I'll be here.
Yeah.
If they don't sack me, as they say all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, we ain't going to sack you.
Yeah, but when we're on holiday, Lynn may do a couple of days on here on her own.
So
yes.
Amazing questions to be stored up for then. Right, our
Thank
close.
You. Thank you, Linda, for that. I do appreciate that. It means a lot.
You're very, 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 very welcome. And our closing card is, look, it's the Angel of Willingness.
And look, angels just come in.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of us.
So the angel says, I am happy my actions are being orchestrated by my soul. Willingness is the ability to use our will with love and wisdom. Love turns our actions into a voluntary one through the heart, and we begin to love what we do. Wisdom shows the direction through clear vision. In that way, willingness brings total happiness. Right, and it's for everybody tonight.
Yes. Yeah, but what I'd like to say is thank you, each and every one of you, for joining us. Come on down. We do appreciate it, and always remember, you are loved. Even you may not feel it, you are loved. Spirit is love. There's no hate. It is pure love.
Very bold, wise words there. Yeah. So to each and every one of you, thank you for joining us and making the show another great success. Thank you for making Lynn so very welcome. Yes. And challenging her with your very, very interesting questions.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for everyone going here tonight. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, tomorrow we are on Prism of Light, and then Monday with the lovely Lisa Pullen on Hand of the Angels. Looking forward to that. So if you want to join us on either of those platforms or both of them, please do. And
we can challenge Lynn maybe next time with our tax return and see how she can help us. All of us save ourselves a fortune in our tax returns.
And next week we're actually going to be on a Zoom, which I am getting the codes and that for that.
That'd be handy, otherwise we can't do it.
Yeah, that'll be Tuesday at 7:30, I believe.
Because otherwise we'll have to ask a Pendulum for the codes.
Yeah. And then we're after that we are back with the big man, Daddy Tom Dodds, as well on the Wednesday. Thursday,
that's a busy week.
I think we're off. We've got a day off actually.
Yay!
And then Friday we're back on our own as well, doing some lovely messages, and we may bring a special guest on there like we did last week.
Do I get any more days off other than just one?
Saturday.
Oh, Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Lynn, are you going to let people know where you are over the next week if they want to see you?
I'm moving days from Fridays on spiritual wellness to Monday, so you can find me Monday at 8 p.m. UK time, 11 a.m. or at noon here in the States in Pacific time, on the spiritual wellness community. And then I will be blessed and honored to be on Hands of the Angels for Miss Lisa next Saturday at 8 p.m. And then I pop up wherever I pop up.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I think we'll tune into that one and pose our difficult questions.
Yeah. And also when me and Luke are on holiday, the lovely Lynn is actually going to be doing our spot on Hands of the Angels with Lisa. So join and watch Lynn do an amazing job then as well.
I hope I can live up to you guys and all the hype. I really do.
You are the go-to lady when it comes to pendulum questions.
Yeah, you are an amazing, and stop doubting yourself. You are loved. You know that. People respect you. You are respected, and stop letting people walk all over you.
Yeah.
So that's a little thing coming from Spirit.
Yes, my brother.
The Pendulum Queen.
Thank you guys so much. And I'm my final words, if I may, please be kind. Just be kind. Be kind to even the strangers you see on the street. A smile goes so far. Be kind to yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, you don't treat yourself once in a while, you don't take care of yourself, you can't do for others. And it's really what keeps us connected, just being kind. So, yeah, and as Kim put it, you are all loved. That I think that's like it's a mutual message we all have for everybody. Just know that love is out there, and it is there for you. Just to recognize and feel.
Yeah, well, God willing, we'll all meet up again soon.
Yeah. And before I forget, on the 31st is the last day of cards that I've got here that people still haven't received, haven't asked for. I've still got them here. So if you do want them, messages, because after the 31st, I've been given permission by Spirit to actually use them again, because if you don't want them, the link is cut. And I've actually been told by Spirit I can use them now to actually give messages, a bit like
Oracle
cards, but they'll be all waxed cards. So yeah,
one of a kind Oracle deck.
Yeah, one of a kind Oracle deck. You'd never see it again.
Right, that'll be good. Right, so as I said, until the next time, look after yourselves and each other. Take care, love, and that of spirit home with you. Good night, everybody, and thank you for watching.
Good night.
Thank you, Lynn. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye.